everybody. Welcome. We're back. It was really fun last time. Tana Leanne, welcome to the chat. First time chat, Tana Leanne, welcome. It's good to see you here. Yeah, we had a lot of fun last time. A couple technical issues, so hopefully those don't happen again. But thanks to everybody who stuck with me through the first time. Hey, girl. But yeah, welcome back. We have a question in the chat that anybody can answer when they join tonight. It's, what's your dream vacation? And Shrubs says, probably Australia and New Zealand. The Australian Open of tennis, and then go see the Shire and all the Lord of the Rings stuff. I'll go with ya. And Tana Leanne says, my dream vacation is Greece, maybe. Seeing pictures looks fun. Great idea. Also, side note, my audio was like super quiet last time, so if you ever can't hear me very well, just let me know, because I really want it to be better this time. But yeah, maybe I'll start by sharing my dream vacation, which I'm trying to see, there's not much behind me that you can, well, actually in that corner right there you can see a couple Paris mugs. So my dream vacation would be Paris. I actually lived there for a bit and lived in the French Caribbean, speak French, so part of my heart is French, I guess. That would be my dream vacation. And let's make our dream vacations happen next year. Why not? I'm getting my passport expired, and my kids' passports. That's one of my goals this month is to get passports for us, just to make it happen, one step closer to actually fulfilling my dream. So yeah, so we're back with bullet journaling tonight. On Sunday we streamed and we did kind of a weekly setup in my bullet journal, and then I showed a few tips and tricks for digital bullet journaling. You can watch it on my Twitch channel, but like it kind of cut it up, so that's not super great, but I am going to be posting it to YouTube soon, so you can watch some of the highlights from that on YouTube. Tonight I want to show you how I set up my bullet journal. This guy right here. So we'll flip through a couple of the pages in my setup, and once we kind of look through those, then we'll tour my digital bullet journal, which I'm really excited about. On my Instagram, I've been posting some of the like sections and the hyperlinked sections, but I haven't shown you the monthly themes. And honestly, I'm like so stoked about those. I've kind of waited till this night to reveal the themes. So let's hop into it. And if you're just joining us, say hello in the chat and tell us your dream vacation and make it happen next year if you can. Okay, so ta-da! There she is. So, last stream, we kept a tally of the amount of bullet journals I have currently. And honestly, I'm obsessed. So I have this one, which is like my personal / main one. I have my digital bullet journal on my cute iPad. And then I also have another one, which is like kind of my work This is like where I put all my like bullet journaling stuff in, work stuff, I guess you could call it. It's not, the outside is pretty because the inside is basically just a huge brain dump. But we got 3 bullet journals. Here is my personal bullet journal, and the goal with my digital bullet journal was always to kind of be this, but like already ready to go. So let me just show you, give you a little tour of my bullet journal. And this is an Archer and Olive bullet journal, which I love. So green, gold little decal. Let's open up. So this book belongs to Krista Kirky. And then, you know, by the end of the year, hopefully, I was just given a glass of cold water. Maybe I'm like, don't sound very good. Thank you. That was really sweet. Okay, so this book belongs to Krista Kirky. January, likely December. I usually end up doing my bullet journals for a year. The first year I bullet journaled, I actually did it in 2. Like the first half of the year was 1 bullet journal, and then the second half of the year was another. And I don't usually like run completely out of pages. I kind of like find a good stopping point. And in this case, it's usually just a year, and I end it. So we'll probably be putting December right there. I probably could have pre-put that, but I'm just waiting. Okay, so I like that the like first page isn't like a design, because it just like takes the pressure off. But let's look at my like cover page, I guess. So most of my cover pages, I like to have the amount of dots on the page. So for me, oh no, I just realized that I forgot to start recording, and that's super lame. So anyways, let me just like back it up and put like one thing in. It said it wasn't recording over here. So, dang it. I'm bummed. Oh well. Okay, so here's the cover. Open it up. This book belongs to Krista Kirky. January to December is usually what I end up doing, a full bullet journal in one journal. So here are this is usually like my count of how many spaces are in my bullet journal. There's 26 across, 38 down, and then I just kind of like put some like words that I wanted this year to encompass. So that's my cover page. So I'm just like touring this because we're gonna tour my digital bullet journal and kind of like see where I guess the inspiration came from. So next page is basically my goals page. This is like a health tracker, period tracker. But yeah, I like to have sections for my goals. Next page is kind of like year at a glance, where I can kind of like put any important dates coming up, any birthdays on here. So again, this is all like the setup, first pre-setup of my bullet journal. And then I always love to keep track of how many books I've read. In fact, I don't think I've updated this. I've definitely read, I think, at least 2 more books since then. Lame. But I keep track of my books. I usually try and shoot for reading 30 books a year. A couple of like check it out, any book recommendations I get, movies and shows that I really like. And that's pretty much it. At the beginning of this year, I was pregnant, so I also put a little pregnancy tracker. But those are the first few pages of my bullet journal. And then we just get into what is kind of like the like norm after that is I usually have like a monthly setup and then the weeks. So that is the gist of how my bullet journal works. I do a monthly setup and then I have weeklies. And so each month I kind of pick a theme, you could say. I mentioned this last time. I mostly just love colors, so my theme ends up mostly just being like the color combination. I'm not a huge drawer, but I just kind of pick a couple colors, and we do the monthly and the weekly. And like I said, this weekly spread I've used every single week this week, which is kind of awesome. I love that it's just like kind of exactly how I want it to be. Obviously, I made a mistake here. I accidentally put March. It was supposed to be April. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of like, oh, actually I'll keep flipping through a little bit. Because there is one thing I wanted to point out. So we get to April. Oh, May is so cute. I loved this theme. And then here's the weekly for May. I journal about my kids down here, Celine and Raphael. And then we have June, my birthday month. So fun. And then after June is something that I haven't done before in bullet journals, but I did in this one, which I actually think is really important. Oh, I put a little like blurb on what word Celine says. That's cute. Is a mid-year reflections page. It's supposed to say reflections. I don't know why I put reactions. That just was a lame typo, but kind of like a way to like stop and reflect on how my goals are going this year and like reevaluate, reset them if I need to, and then keep going. So basically, besides that, that's really how my bullet journal goes. I've got the monthlies and the weeklies, and oh, I did a July reflection. See, that's something I'm trying to bring back, is those reflections. So yeah, it's the same thing. Keep going. The one thing I'll mention is, since we're, thank you, Shrubs, so efficient, he says. Since it's not the end of the bullet journal right now, usually what I'll do to like wrap up the bullet journal is also do a couple like reflection pages where I just like have a question. In fact, let me show you. No, I'll just leave it like that. I have like a couple questions I ask myself and just kind of like, how was this year? And then this is like a little memory book of, yes, to-do lists and appointments and goals and stuff, but also like what we did and reflections and see how far we've come. So that's one of the things I love about bullet journaling, is just it becomes like a memory, like a physical memory of your years. So that is my bullet journal. Now, next thing I wanted to do, I'm going to open it up on my digital journal. I really want to show you guys everything that's in the digital bullet journal. So let me open it up on my iPad. Yeah. Okay. So here's my iPad. Still need to like make it aesthetic, but we'll get there. And here's my digital bullet journal. I'm going to turn off that light so that there's not like a glare on it. Shrubs is on it. Okay, so thanks, Shrubs. So you saw my bullet journal. The first thing in my bullet journal was a cover page, and so this is the cover page of the digital bullet journal. So it's just a cute spot for you to color it in, write out your name. I intentionally designed my digital bullet journal to be fun to like color in and customize with colors. So the whole thing is black and white. And I just want to go through with you what each of, like, what the setup or beginning pages are and what the monthly and weekly pages look like. So again, this bullet journal inspired this, and I am super proud of it and super excited about it. So every page in this digital bullet journal is hyperlinked, and all the hyperlinks are on the top and the side. So there's 5 icons that you can click into at any point in time. That was strange. Did a light come on? Oh no, that went dark. I was like, what just happened? My iPad like dimmed a little bit. Okay, so when you're in the editor mode for like when you're trying to like write on your digital bullet journal, you can't click the hyperlinks. So let me show you what I mean by that. So like right now I can write on my digital bullet journal, and when you're writing, like you won't be able to like click on these links. So the links aren't not working, they still work. You just have to be in like view mode instead of editor mode in order for the links to work. So each of these icons mean something. So let's go down here at the bottom. I have these like 3 stars. That's our key. So this is, I guess, technically the last page in the digital bullet journal. And so if you ever forget what any of these icons mean, you can click here. And yeah, it gives you a brief overview of what each of the icons mean. And obviously, I tried to choose icons that like will trigger your mind to remember what they actually mean. So this little calendar icon has your year at a glance. Thank you, Shrubs. He says that's so cool. It has your year at a glance. So we'll go over that one last because it has also some of the monthly themes that I'm super excited about. But your year at a glance, where there'll be a spot for each month to write like events coming up or birthdays. This target arrow icon is your goals/reflections icon, because I think a huge part of bullet journaling is figuring out your goals and aligning yourself and your time. So the apple is a meal planner. The book is the reading journal section. And the light bulb is the brain dump section. And then each month, it kind of tells you right here, has a monthly, weekly layout and a reflection page. So we're going to start with the goals and reflection pages. So like you saw in my bullet journal, I kind of like to categorize my goals each year. So these are the 6 categories that I chose, and I think they're awesome. However, if you wanted to change one of the categories, let's say you wanted to change this spiritual category, you could always go into the editor mode and white it out and write whatever category you would rather have instead of that category, if that makes sense. Like maybe you want to do like vacation. I don't know, a goal you have, right? So you can just go over and say, this is my vacation goals spot, like how much money I'm going to save, or financial even, like something like that. So you can customize this page. But that is the first page in the goals section. And also in this section contains 4 pages, let's go to the next page, a mid-year reflection. So this is essentially a journal spot where you can just kind of write about an update with how it's been going since the start of the year. Or something I like to do when I have like reflection pages in my bullet journal is I like to like write a question. Like my question could be, what's something I really enjoyed doing this year, and writing about it. Shrub says reflection and reaction. We put the right word this time, reflection. So you could like give yourself a question as like a prompt to answer. Or you could even say like, what have been some of my favorite memories? And something I really like about digital bullet journaling is you can easily insert a photo. So you could put a couple photos in of like, we did this year. So I think it's great to just like take a moment to reflect on yourself always. And then I also created, as part of the mid-year reflection, the same layout as the goals template, but like you could tweak or add different goals if you need to. Ooh, Shrubs asks, how do you add a photo? So I was going to show you that in a little bit, but I'll show you right now. So you have to be in the editor mode, and there's an icon right here where it's basically the photo icon, right? If you like double click that, all your photos will come up. And so you just click on that and it pops right in there. And you can change the size of it. You can move it around. There's a reason that this is the photo that I have first, but you can scroll through all of your photos and add whatever photo you want to. So it has to be on your iPad, but you can screenshot things. Super fun. So yeah, as part of that mid-year reflection, you can kind of take a second and look at your goals from the beginning of the year and be like, I had a goal to read 52 books and I've only read 10. Maybe I need to readjust. Or you could opposite, right? That was a negative example. I had a goal to read 20 books this year and I'm already at 18. Maybe I should up that goal, type of thing. So you can kind of revisit your goals here, and or maybe you had a goal that you like totally forgot about, and then it'll be just like a good reminder for you. And then the last page in this goals section is the end of year reflection. So that was kind of like I mentioned, where again, it's kind of like your mid-year reflection. You can write back on your favorite things from the year. You can give yourself a prompt like, what did I learn about myself this year? You know, lots of questions you could come up with for yourself to answer. So yeah, that is the goals tab, 4 pages. Easy to get to whenever you want to refer to your goals as you're planning your months and weeks and days. So let's click on the next icon, which is, see? I'm in the editor mode. The icons don't work, so you gotta go back to view. Meal planner. So the meal planner is just 1 page. This is it. And there's a spot for breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. There's a spot for notes. You could put your grocery list down here, recipes you'd like to try. You could screenshot recipes, insert them here. You could add any eating or health related goals you want to this section. If you wanted to just have the 1 page in this journal, you could just erase it every week. Or something that's kind of cool that you can do is you can add a page to your bullet journal, which I fully intend and expect you to do by clicking this button right here. And if you just click this button right here, current template, it'll take whatever page you're on and it'll just duplicate it. So like, let's say week 1, you have a meal plan all set, but you want to start a fresh new meal plan. You just click this template and voila, it made a new meal planner for you. So now there's 2 pages in this meal planner section, and these will stay in the meal planner section. So that's how you add a page, which, you'll want to be able to do that. Super useful because I only put 1 page in for a reason. It's just nice that you don't have to have, if you don't need the meal planner that much, you don't have to have a million meal planner pages, but if you like it, you can keep adding it. I'm going to delete this page though and go back to that's the reading journal next page, but here's the meal planner page. One thing I will say about deleting pages is you don't want to delete any of those hyperlinked pages, because then you won't have the hyperlink ability anymore. So yeah, that's the meal planner. And next up, if we go back to editor mode and click the reading journal, it's the next page, so we could just swipe over. But if you're ever in a different page and need to get to the reading journal, you tap on that book icon and it will take you here. A super fun cover page. You can color and get you motivated to read this year. And this section has 7 pages. And the first page is a reading goal for you to set for yourself. My standard goal for myself is usually 30 books, which I think is actually a pretty good goal, but also it kind of just like aligns with how many pages are in, or spaces are in a bullet journal page. So I'm working on reading 30 books this year. My other reading goal this year was to read more nonfiction. I felt like I read a lot of fiction last year, and honestly, not very good fiction, if that makes sense. Wasn't very inspired by it. So one of my goals this year was to like alternate, read a fiction and a nonfiction book, kind of every other book. So that's something you can put for your reading goal. And then obviously, I've also put some book recommendations here, a spot for fiction books, nonfiction books, either way. And then you can also kind of line up the books that you're wanting to read. If you like have bought a few books and you're like, okay, my next book is this, you can line them up right here. So I love this page. Kind of starts you off on a good note with reading for the year. And then right here is your reading tracker, which I love. It's just kind of a way to keep track of the books that you've read that year. And again, my goal is 30. So I put 30 spots here. And the next page, another amazing page, I love it, is a book review template. So I love this template because you can add a photo, which we just went over. This is actually is this the last book I read? I think it is the last book I read. Yeah. So yeah, you can kind of put your image right here. I mean, this was if you are printing this page, I put the dimensions of this box right here, but it doesn't have to be that precise, right? As long as you kind of like cover it, I think it works. So yeah, I have yet to journal about this book. So maybe I'll just leave that there as like, yeah, you need to go back and journal about it. But this book was great, by the way. All about like the power of manifestation, which we love. So this is another template that another page that I only put in here once, but I would totally invite you to like copy this page, copy this template, put as many book reviews in your reading journal section as you would like. And it is in a way also nice that there's only one template, because maybe you don't want to journal about every book that you've read. Although I do think it will help you retain and remember what you've read better. But if you don't have time to or whatever, you don't have to feel like, oh, I had 10 book review templates and I didn't finish them. Just add them as you go. So yeah, that's the 4th page, I think, in the reading journal. The next page is kind of intended to be a maybe end of year / reflection page where you can go over your top 3 books from the year, which again, I think is just a great opportunity to kind of think back on your year and what you were drawn to or what you learned and stuff. So that's a fun template. And then this is, again, a page I just love, and it's not focusing very well. Since I've been reading a lot of nonfiction this year, I've been kind of like keeping a track in my head of like, wow, I really love this book. Let's see if that will help it focus. So I have some all-time faves in my mind. So I just kind of put like you could put your top 10 and like why here. And you could like date it too, because this could change obviously as you read more books, but love this template. And then the last page in the reading journal is just a blank journal page, because sometimes books really speak to you and you just like need to write more about it. So we just went through, let's go back to the key. Love this page. We just went through the goals page, the meal planner page, the reading journal page. There were 7 pages in the reading journal page. Now let's take a look at my brain dump section. So that's this light bulb right here. And truly, this is like a huge part of bullet journaling for me, is just being able to like, if there's something that's just like going on in my head, like a thought or idea I'm having, and I can't like move on, sometimes I just need to like put it down onto paper, and then it just like gets it out. So there's a little cover page, a cute quote I like. I begin with an idea and then it becomes something else, by our artist Pablo Picasso. Again, you can like color this in, make it how you want it. And there are, including this page, there's 4 pages in this brain dump section. So this is truly like, you can make it whatever you want to make it. So the first page is just a blank brain dump page. So like, let's say you've got this idea in your head, like, I want to start a business. I don't know. You could just like topic, my new business, like all your ideas, just get them out and allow yourself to just brain dump, truly get everything that's in your head out. So that's one of the templates, super empty. Another thing you could do with a blank page like this is vision boards. One of the like pros I would say to digital bullet journaling is being able to like insert screenshots and images like I showed you earlier, and just like have a vision board. Like, this is my 2024 vision board, or even like a monthly vision board, or like a vacation vision board, right? I'm so bummed about what's happening with my camera. Oh, there we go. This next page, I call it like a project planner template. Now, truly, for me, I could have put craft, because like most of my projects are crafts and they just like fester in my mind and I just have to get them out. So like it could be like a craft, like for example, something I just finished and I actually made a page like this is I organized all my piano music into different sections: classical music, Christmas music, hymns, pop, movies, and TV shows. There were 5 sections. So I like organized that, and I like really wanted to like make them cute. The binders, I put them in binders and stuff. So I went to Pinterest and like tried to find some inspiration, and you can like kind of, again, insert those images in here for your inspo. I had a color palette I wanted, which was rainbow. And then thanks, Tunnelian. I have, at that point, like once you get like your ideas out, like, okay, this is what I want, you can start kind of like, okay, this is what I want to do. Here's what I need to do in order to do that. I needed to get binders. I needed to organize my music. I needed to find paper covers for the binders, figure out which font I wanted to label it as, and if I needed to buy any supplies, you can put that right here. And then when you're done, you can kind of insert a picture of what you did. So I love this template. This is, again, like I said, one of the great things about digital bullet journaling is how you can, another thing I like to do with this template is like, if you want to, say like you want to like redecorate your room, you could like draw out your room on here and like put the dimensions and like put where you want furniture and like, oh, this is my inspo. The colors in the room are like pink and white and blue. So yeah, there's just a lot you can do with this page, and I personally love this page. And you can duplicate it, right? Like, okay, first project done, next, and go in and duplicate the page. So the last 2 pages in the brain dump section are just a blank dot grid page without the word brain dump at the top, which again just could be nice for like a vision board, or if you don't want the word brain dump in there anywhere. And then the last is just like a completely blank white page. So just nice to have in there, because another thing you can do with this bullet journal is you can click this button right here. So let me click it again for you. I'm actually not sure what it's called, but maybe, it's called like the overview button, I think, where you see these 4 like squares right here. Come on, there we go. So if you click that button, I'm going to click it and then let it focus. It will show you all of the pages in your bullet journal, right? You can scroll through. You can like get to anywhere you want here if you don't want to use the hyperlinks. But so let's say you want to have a blank page, but you want to like insert it somewhere else. You can like move the order of the pages in your bullet journal. So this bullet journal can be whatever you want it to be. You can rearrange pages. Just know that the cover page for each of these icons will always be what's hyperlinked. So if you move those around, it might move the order just a little bit. Okay, so we just went through we went through these 4. Now I want to go to the year at a glance. So let's go ahead and click on that one. Ta-da! So this is, if you remember in my bullet journal, I had like a little overview of the month for January, February, March, April, May, June, and that was obviously catered to 2023. Since this is I wanted this to be an undated bullet journal, I didn't put like the months here. So it's just like a spot for you to be like, okay, on the 2nd we have so-and-so's birthday, on the 5th we have this wedding. So just kind of jot those notes down. Honestly, a huge thing for me is birthdays, right? I always like forget birthdays, so it's nice to like put all the birthdays. If anything, you can just put birthdays here. But yeah, if you have any major events, vacations, work coming up, you can put them on your calendar with like an overview of the whole year. But if you notice, each month has little icons next to them. And yeah, those are the themes for the month. So January is going to be snowflakes. February is hearts, of course. March is 4-leaf clover. My favorite one, I've got to be honest. I'm sad it's like focusing in and out. I mean, like, there we go. Maybe I'm moving it too much. My favorite one when I was coming up with this was like April to May. April showers, bring May flowers. I just think it's so cute. And then June, I guess this is the same theme that I put in my bullet journal this year, is just this little wave icon. So yeah, you have the first 6 months right away. Yeah, that was my bad. I need to stop showing my hand too much. So January through June's right here, and then if you scroll over, you've got July through August. So there's really just 2 pages in the overview, just the January through June and July through December. So July is stars, August is journal themed. How fun. Kind of like back to school, I was thinking. September is cute leaves, October is pumpkins, of course. November is hot chocolate. December is a little Christmas tree. So those are the months, or the themes for each month. So yeah, you guys are getting the whole tour. So those are all the beginning pages of the bullet journal. And they're easy to get to because they're hyperlinked, so you can always access those whenever you're kind of in the thick of it in the planning the months. So let's take a tour of a month together. We'll just go ahead and look at January. So if you click on January, it goes straight to the month at a glance page, which is basically just like my bullet journal. And you've got the cute snowflake icons up top, January. And then, like I mentioned, this bullet journal is undated. So when you're setting up your month, you will get to go in and add the dates for the month, which I personally love because I feel like it kind of just like gets you into the month, grounds you into the month. Like, okay, let me figure out like when this month starts, when it ends. So the intent with this digital bullet journal is for you to be able to feel like you can make it your own without having to set everything up. So you pick your colors for the month, you go in and you add your dates, you can put your priorities, your to-dos for that month, and any notes you want right here, which I just love having note sections. Obviously, you see that I like to journal about my kids, journal about things. So all of the months start with this monthly overview page. And then the next page in the tab of January will be the weekly spread. So I showed you this spread on the first chat, but this is the weekly layout. Now it's a little different than my bullet journal because I wanted my digital bullet journal to be all portrait and the bullet journal is landscape. So, the week is vertical instead of horizontal. But I like it. And so you can write the dates right here, your focus, personal to do, work to do, and then notes. And so this is one of the pages that I intend for you to duplicate because I only put 1 week in, and then it's kind of nice that there's not some weeks vary or some months vary in how many weeks there are. So you just get to like add however many weeks you want to add. But yeah, once you finish the first week of January, you just come up here, add your current template, and you can add another week for as many weeks in January that you need to add for. I'm going to delete that page though. And then the last page in each monthly section is a reflection page. So as I was making this bullet journal, I need to move my hand. As I was making this bullet journal, I was realizing that if there's something I could do more of in my bullet journal, it would be reflecting. Shrub says, the digital bullet journal seems very convenient. I think so. Honestly, I think I mentioned this in my last oh yeah, let's go to a different page. There we go. That was it. Howdy Outlaw. Welcome to the Digital Bullet Journal Tour. We went through all of the tabs and now we're just going to kind of keep going through the months. So the February theme is of course hearts. And so the monthly overview has little heart icons, same with the weekly, and same with the February reflections. So each month has these 3 pages. And when you go into actually plan, I didn't add multiple weekly pages, but you can go in and add a duplicate of any of the pages in the bullet journal. So now you've got 2 weekly pages, and you can add as many as you want or need to in a month. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one though. So March, the theme is, oh, hello, Noelle. Welcome, welcome. The theme for March is 4-leaf clovers, of course. So we got the 4-leaf clovers going up. We got our monthly page. We got our weekly page. You can duplicate it. And our reflection page. The theme for April is April showers. I think this page is so cute. April showers. What do they bring? Bring May flowers. Oh, so cute. Which actually, this one also coincides with my bullet journal. I think that May there was kind of like a flower theme going on. So this truly was inspired by my bullet journal. Oh, hey, Nina. Thank you. Yeah, I love the April May thing. I was like, oh, so perfect. And then June is wave theme, beach birthday month. So we got the waves going on. You got your undated month, and then you've got your week that you can duplicate as you need to throughout the year. The July theme is stars, of course. So we got stars going on for July. August, it's a fun one, is bullet journal themed. Journal themed. No, I kind of thought of it as like back to school, maybe, like with the journals. But again, I love this theme. This is another one I was like, ooh, I love this theme. September is leaves. So you got the leaves going on. You start getting the fall vibes in September. Duplicate your weekly. Reflect. October is pumpkins. I believe if you're on the stream last time that you saw this setup, but obviously I had to do pumpkins for October. And then November, this is one I think is also really cute, is hot chocolate, teacups, little coffee cups, whatever you want to call them, because it's starting to get cozy around November. So we love the November theme. And then December is pine trees. Love. So yeah, those are the themes. Oh, no turkeys. That was a good idea, Stuart. No turkeys. Hot chocolate trumps turkeys, sorry. And then that's it. The last page is the key. So yeah, let's go look at the year at a glance one more time. So these are your themes kind of all in one. You got snowflakes, hearts, 4-leaf clovers, April showers, bring May flowers, beach theme for June, stars for July, journals for August, leaves for September, pumpkins October, hot chocolate for November, and Christmas trees, pine trees for December. So yeah, that's basically the whole tour. That's my digital bullet journal, and I'm so excited to use it. I think that thank you, Shrubs. He likes the themes. I think the themes are awesome. I think honestly now is a great time to start using it if you're thinking about trying digital bullet journaling, because it's undated. So if you got this right now and started in, oh, thanks, Welly. I think they're so cute too. If you got this digital bullet journal right now and you started it for basically probably November would be a good time to start, right? Because we're at the tail end of October. You could just start getting used to it and figuring out how you like to use it. Oh my gosh, I forgot. There's actually a whole nother section I need to show you. So, something that I don't get to do as much of in my bullet journal is like plan my day out in advance, which I actually find super useful some days, maybe not all days. I won't plan my day every single day, but some days I will. So I've actually designed basically 2 digital bullet journals, you could say. So this is my digital bullet journal, basically exactly how I bullet journal in my physical bullet journal. But I did want to be able to plan my day. So I made a planner template and I turned it into a digital bullet journal as well. So that's right here. I actually have the 2 tabs open. So here's my digital bullet journal. And then if I move to my next tab, whoops, that was not supposed to be on here. Let's go back. Sorry, guys. So, ta-da! I didn't have that set up for the perfect transition. Let's go back. So here's my digital bullet journal, but I also designed a daily bullet journal. So what this is, it's hyperlinked again, the months January through December, and it has those same themes attached to them, but it's just a spot to plan your day if you'd like. So let's go ahead and just take a look at what the layout looks like. And honestly, I love this design. So there's not a month at a glance, there's not a week at a glance, it's just a daily planner template. So there's like one for January, one for February. You can again duplicate it as you need to. One for March, one for April. It's got just like the little icons changing to like match the digital bullet journal. And so we'll just stop here for a second. Let's tour what the daily planner looks like and why I love it. So you can put like the day, Monday, or what's tomorrow? Thursday, October. What date is it? 24th? That's probably way off. Tomorrow's the 26th. So what? Today's the 25th. But if I were planning for October, let's do it. Let's do one together. So here's my October. I guess I could have pushed the hyperlink. My bad. Okay, so if I were planning, I'm going to go into editor mode now. I could say day and date, October. Nope, that's not what I want to say. I want to say Thursday. So I'm planning for tomorrow. Thursday, October 26th. So when you plan your day, you can start with like your focus. Tomorrow is Thursday. What would my focus be for tomorrow? I don't really have much on the agenda tomorrow. But let's say a good word or a good thing I could focus on tomorrow for sure would be gratitude. Just want to be grateful tomorrow. So that's my focus for tomorrow. And then you can start listing off your personal to-dos, your work to-dos that you have. If these like categories don't match your style, personal to-do, you could change it to like health, or like a workout routine you want to do. You could change these however you would like. This note section I have found super useful. I usually end up leaving this blank when I'm planning, so I could list out some of my to-dos right now and then leave this blank, and like throughout the day, if I like have a thought or an idea, I'll just like jot it down right here. I love this note section in the daily planner. And then over here, I don't know if you can see them very well. I'll try and zoom in for you. You've got your plans and schedule. So it starts at 6 a.m. and goes down to 10 p.m. And something I love about this journal or this planner template that maybe this has been done before, but I hadn't seen in very many planner templates, is that it's a dot grid right here instead of like lines, because I kind of like hate being this might be really hard for my thing to focus on. Hate being like confined to like, okay, 6 o'clock, there's a line right here. What's happening at 6 o'clock? Like sometimes it's nice to just be like, okay, in the morning, we're going to eat breakfast. And you can kind of like list it out. Oh, what's my breakfast going to be? Pancakes and strawberries. You know, it's not like so rigid of like, oh, from 7 to 8 is when I'm eating breakfast. It's kind of like almost another like note brain dump section. You could like, some things I've done in the past is like, okay, tomorrow morning I maybe want to like walk to the park, Or I'm kind of feeling maybe we need to run to Walmart, and I could like make a list right here. So, and then like at the end of the day, I'll go in and circle like, oh, we ended up walking to Walmart. Or I could be like, oh, we didn't do either of those. We watched a movie instead. So I just love this plans and schedule spot. I think it's a good, really good like way to plan your day. And you don't have to like plan it all at the night. It's the nice thing about bullet journaling in general is you can go back in and be like, okay, I had no plans, but what ended up happening? Oh, we ended up going to get a free emergency pizza from Domino's, which was actually so awesome. That's what we ended up getting tonight. Apparently Domino's is doing like a free emergency pizza thing, and we were definitely in emergency pizza necessity tonight, so we did that. So yeah, you can, the night before you plan your day, you can go back and kind of write what you did. And then I love this section right here. Go in and say, what were you grateful for? Gratitude is just mind blowing. It truly can just like open your world. Being grateful for what you have and being grateful for what is coming to you. I believe it. So the digital bullet journal I have on my Etsy includes both of these bullet journals. So when I say both, I'm talking like the daily bullet journal and the digital bullet journal. And so another reason that I liked having them separate is because, so let's go to our digital bullet journal and let's go to October. And I'm actually going to turn my iPad to the side for this. Turn. So I know it's not meant to be landscape, it's meant to be portrait, but like, let's say I'm looking at my week and I have like all my like goals, to-dos, my Monday through Wednesday planned out, or Monday through Sunday planned out. What you can do, and I just figured this out. Actually, I think you have to push these 3 dots. I can push these 3 dots and do split view. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. I'm getting there. You like, oh, here it is, I think. Maybe I double tap it. How do I do this? I'm going to figure this out. So I think this is what I do. I hold this, pull it out, and then you can put it next to it. Is that what I do? Split view? What's this? Open a new window. Aha! There we go. Wow. Told you. I'm like still learning a little bit. Okay, so you can have, now you've got your week at a glance right next to you, and you can like in your weekly planner, let's say on Thursday you had an appointment, you wanted to post this on your social media, you can be like, oh yeah, and like add it to your to-dos, add it to what you want to do over here. So I think it's nice that they are like separate for that reason. The other thing I like that they're separate, the other reason I like that they're separate is, I mean, this could just get huge really fast if you have like your monthly plans, your weekly plans, your reflection pages, you're duplicating all those pages, and then you're like throwing in a bunch of daily plans as well. Yeah, I just had like the daily planner is separate. So on my Etsy, you've got the daily bullet journal and the, oh wait, I gotta go here. Digital bullet journal kind of in one as a package, but you can also get them separately if you're like, oh, I really want the daily bullet journal, like that's my thing, or oh, I really just want the digital bullet journal. But like I said, I think the ideal package for me would be both. And yeah, that's one of the, I guess, pros to digital planning is I really have never been that good at daily planning with my bullet journal. So even before I like made my own digital bullet journal, something I would often use my iPad for, or my GoodNotes app, was I would download random daily templates, and just like, if there was a day I was like, oh, I have so much going on tomorrow, I need to like plan it out, I would just like throw it out there. But I like that I have now an actual intentional daily bullet journal, that there's no pressure to do it every single day, but like the days I want to and need to. And honestly, most days that I do plan end up just going better, right? Because I'm just bringing to life the thoughts and ideas I have intentionally the day before. So those are the 2 bullet journals. Let's see if I can figure out how to go back to full screen. Not too bad. But now I lost my other one. Let's see. Okay. So that's it. That's my digital bullet journal. So if you didn't see, this bullet journal is like 100% inspired from this guy. And no one's asking this, but I'm sure you're all wondering if I have a preference. Right now, no, I really don't. I think they're both awesome for different reasons. In my Instagram stories, somebody asked, like, what are the pros and cons of digital or physical bullet journaling? And honestly, like, the pros and cons are basically the same for either medium. If you're gonna start, we'll say, physical bullet journaling, the pros are huge, right? There's many. You can do something fun and creative. You can be super intentional with your time. You're starting a memory of your time and intentions and goals with a physical bullet journal. It's a way to journal and reflect on life. One possible con, I guess, to bullet journaling could be it takes some time to learn. However, I could say the same pros and cons about digital bullet journaling. I think it's super fun and creative to digital bullet journal. It helps you log your time and be intentional with your time. You can keep track of your goals, and it's something you can look back on and reflect on yourself with. And the con is that maybe, and I don't even think it's a con, it just takes time to learn. It's a pro, right? You get to learn something new. If someone were to ask me, like, what's the difference between the two, physical, I'll throw this guy out here too, physical bullet journaling and digital bullet journaling. One difference I would say with digital bullet journaling is, and maybe like, yeah, the digital bullet journals are reusable. I think that's so true. Yeah, that's maybe another pro, I guess I would say, to digital bullet journaling, is it's reusable. And what's the word I'm looking for? Like, okay, I have 4 bullet journals, and let's say I want to do this for the rest of my life. That's going to be like a lot of things, which I don't think is a waste, but, less paper consumption, I guess, more environmental conscious, I guess you could say. But at the same time, in my head, if I were to like no longer have physical bullet journaling, I would digital bullet journal, but honestly, I would maybe like print it at the end of the year, because I just like having that tangible thing. So yeah, I was talking about like kind of the differences. The difference with digital bullet journaling, I would say, is it's very easy to edit. So like if you do something in your digital bullet journal and you don't like it, you can move it around, you can erase it, you can start over super easily. Not as easy to do that in a physical bullet journal, although you can still do that if you want to. You can white things out, you can rip out a page if you want to. Like this one is really easy to rip out a page. It would be really hard for me to want to rip out a page in this bullet journal, but just because it's like not spiral bound. You can white it out. You can like, if you do make a mistake in this bullet journal and you like hate it, maybe instead of ripping it out, if you don't want to rip out a page, you could like put a paper over the mistake or the thing you don't like. So you can like edit in here too. It's not like you can't do that here. It's just maybe a little bit easier to edit on a digital bullet journal. So yeah, that's maybe like the differences with digital bullet journaling is you can reuse it. It's not going to take up as much like space on your shelves, literally. And you can edit really easily. But a difference with this one and maybe like a pro or something with physical bullet journaling is you kind of do have that tangible journal that is something that goes on your shelf and is something that you remember. So yeah, I mean, if you guys think of any other like differences or like pros and cons, drop them in the chat. I loved what Outlaw said, that like it's reusable for a digital bullet journal, which is totally true. So yeah, like I said, honestly, if you're to ask me right now if I have a preference, no. I mean, I think they're both super fun. And another like pro or like reason to bullet journal is just that it's creative to whatever you want it to be. So I have made my bullet journal how I want it to be, and that's how it is right now, but it can obviously it can change, and it does change on maybe other streams. I can talk about like how I was, like, for example, 2020, right? We all had time on our hands. My bullet journals were like crazy, like colorful, artsy. I used my Cricut to like cut things out, glue things in. They were beautiful because I had the time to do that, and that's what I wanted to do with my time, was make a beautiful, fun bullet journal. But now that I'm a mom with 2 kids, I don't really have that time. I mean, I could make the time if that's what I wanted to do, but I choose to spend that time basically with my kids, which is so fun. So my bullet journal is more like how I can plan and how I can make a memory of this time with my kids effectively and easily. So that's another thing I love about bullet journaling, is just you can make it however you want to make it. So obviously I have made this bullet journal how I want to make it. I have also made this digital bullet journal how I would like it to be made, but I think and hope that if you're watching this, you can look at it and maybe use it how I use it, but also find new ways to use it, or like be inspired to use it. Oh, no, go back. Sorry. I need to finish setting up my iPad. But be inspired to use it however you want to use it. But I know that this is like a great base to start off with. So on my Etsy, if you like are dying to dive right into bullet journaling, I am going to start a sale tonight. If I can figure that out. I think I'll be able to figure it out pretty easily. I'm going to start a sale on my digital bullet journals for a week, and they're going to be on sale. My digital bullet journals and my physical bullet journals are going to be on sale for the next week. So if like you're excited about bullet journaling and you're like going over the pros and cons of physical or digital, first of all, why not do both? But also, I totally get it. You might want to just like dive into one or not the other, because obviously it takes time to figure out your style and figure out how you want to do it. But I'm going to be posting a sale on my Etsy starting tonight. It'll go through next Wednesday. So yeah, this week, really like think about it, look through. I'll post this video again. You can look through the digital bullet journal. You can kind of decide what would be good for you. But yeah, if you're like excited about bullet journaling and you want to get into it, my bullet journals will be on sale this week. And yeah, if you start bullet journaling, let me know. I want to be here to help you bullet journal, of course. So you can bullet journal with me while I stream. You can send me pictures. Follow me on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to like reach out to me if you have questions. But obviously you can hop on here and chat with me while I'm bullet journaling with you, hopefully. The schedule for streaming is going to stay, I think, as is. Sunday, I do my, physical bullet journaling. So I'm going to switch to face cam because we're kind of done with those. But Sunday, I do my physical bullet journaling. So come back Sunday night and we can bullet journal together. You can see how I set up November because we're almost at the end of October. So you'll get to see a monthly setup in this guy, and I'll probably do it in my digital bullet journal as well. So come and we'll do a little bit of both. And then Wednesdays as well, we'll do fun stuff. And hopefully on this channel, we'll do bullet journaling. And yeah, I might next week pull out the Cricut or something. That'll maybe be on Wednesday. So lots of fun stuff coming up. But thank you everyone for coming. And if you have any bullet journal questions, you can leave them in the chat or follow me on Instagram and come DM me anytime. Happy to answer questions and happy to just bullet journal with anyone and everyone. So bring your friends. It's a party. It's a Bujo party. But yeah, we will see you guys next time on Sunday night. So, thanks for coming. I'm gonna log off here, but that was super fun. Thanks everyone for coming. Bye.